This is not a regular show. We're just going to come on, me and my buddy over here. Whoop, went the wrong way. I'm not used to this mirror thing. That's kind of throwing me off, too. Mr. I can actually point the right way. Mr.
Right.
Alex Collinger over here, Mr. Author and good friend of mine, is coming on here to co-host with me. Just coming on here to let you guys know that I've got everything pretty much set up. We're getting sponsors on board, and we're getting everything ready to go. One of my great sponsors is Mr. Alex right here of the Carolina Nexus, and we're going to talk a little bit after I give all the information about the upcoming hashtag Truth. We're gonna talk to him about his books and what's going on with him. But without further ado, guys, we are going to be launching back hashtag Truth on this Monday at 7 p.m. We're going to be talking to the one, the only, Mr. Luke Fury. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be on 3 different stations. It's going to be here on my Facebook page. It's going to be on Rumble under hashtag Truth. And it's going to be on YouTube, where hashtag Truth Wrestling Podcast. So there's 3 spots you can watch it and get all your hashtag Truth watching. And please, by all means, hit up all 3. I need to grow my ratings on all 3. Especially Facebook is blowing up, guys. I've got over 600 followers already. I've only been relaunched a week. So, and a lot of you are wrestlers asking to come on. Trust me, I will hit you up. But like I said, I'm only going to be going for about, 1, maybe 2 days a week until, I got the call from a new doctor. So I'm going to be going to a new back doctor. So hopefully he'll get something figured out. And I can, I might be able to go to a 3-day-a-week schedule like I used to, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But we'll see about that. Right now, it's just going to be 1, maybe 2 nights a week, and trust me, there's a lot of things going on in wrestling. Mr. Alex, what do you think about all the stuff that's going on in wrestling in our area, man? We got new companies coming in, we got old companies doing their thing. What do you think about what's going on?
Bro, I'm excited for some of these shows I've been seeing. I've got some high hopes for a lot of the new companies. Miss Baloo is commenting on the stuff on my page, and she's one of the ones that has consistently been putting out information. So I'd love to get some of her top stars on hashtag Truth and go from there.
Speaking of one of the great companies that are TCW right there, they're going to be having a show, I believe, this Saturday. And our 2 good friends, Dump Truck and Miss Jessie, are going to be getting married during the TCW show. If you would, Miss Stella, put the information up in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to pop it up on the screen. It's going to be at the park there in Shelby.
I got it memorized. Top Championship Wrestling presents May 23rd, Destiny at Shelby City Park, right here in the heart of Flair Country.
There you go, man. Oh man. Who we got coming on here? Let's see. Oh, we got Amber saying, hey, how you doing, Miss Amber?
And she's also joined by Little Tyson. He's watching too.
Of course. We got to get him up in the wrestling stuff. Got to get him in a wrestling
His
state
favorite
of mind.
wrestler right now is Stone Cold Steve Austin. So you're welcome, Miss Baloo.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. I also appreciate it. Trust me, Monday night, I've got to get it all prepared. I'm still learning this new app, but I will have posters that I will be showing of most of the upcoming shows Monday. I know a lot of them are going to be Saturday, and you guys are going to be resetting. So I'm going to have as many posters as I can up there. But if you are watching, or if you watch this at a later time and you want to put your information in the comments where people can see it, go right ahead. If you want to use my Facebook page, it's public now. You can go ahead and throw your poster on my Facebook page, Scott Larson. You see my name right there in the corner on Facebook. You can catch it'll say hashtag Truth Wrestling Podcast all over my page. You guys will know exactly where you're at. Miss Amber said, "Hi, Scott. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. You got to put up with this guy over here. So, you know, love you, Alex.
Love you too, Scott. She loves putting up with me though, because she gets to hound me about what's happening next in my books. That's her big thing.
I got you. I got you. And guys, if you guys aren't watching, I'm going to go ahead and put the QR code up here now because I'm so happy that this allows me to do this. Look at this, guys. Carolina Nexus. If you want to get all the information on Alex Cloninger books, all you got to do is hit that QR code. It'll take you to the Carolina Nexus Facebook page, and it'll tell you where to buy his books, all the information on his books, and of course, he puts out on there when he's going to do his Carolina Nexus show. And trust me, guys, you don't want to miss it. He's been reading chapters out of his books, and getting into some deep discussions about all his characters and stuff. I love what you're doing. Explain to us exactly what you're doing, Alex.
So I started different ways to get the books out there. And a lot of the issues I was running into when I would ask people what their issue was is a lot of people don't have time to sit down and read the books. She got you there, Scott. But a lot of people just don't. Yeah, a lot of people just don't have time to sit down and read the books, and
right.
So I looked into audiobooks for people like our friend Chuck that does DoorDash. He on over the radio. That gets expensive. And so I said, you know what? I got this podcast. The viewership hasn't got to where I want it to be yet quite yet. So let's try this and see if I can make it work. And so far it's worked. I've gone from 25 viewers to 50 viewers. It's a steady increase.
And that's what you do, man. You just grow your product and keep putting your stuff out there, and eventually it's gonna hit. And when it hits, it's gonna be like one of the wildfires in California, man.
Initially, when I started doing the reading, it was just going to be that reading on Monday nights, and then I wasn't going to do another show for a week. Well, Amber said, no, I missed the character discussions. I like finding out stuff about the characters, so that's why I do it 2 nights a week. One's a strictly reading. You can ask questions about the chapters I just read, and then we have a character discussion on the note, and you could ask questions about certain characters. It works.
There you go, man. One of the great things I like about that also is, like you said, and here's something you can explain on here while you're on here, because I know you explained it to you're exhausted in the face on your podcast, but your characters are actually, most of them are based on real people that you know.
Correct.
Tell us about that.
If they've had a negative impact, a positive impact, a neutral impact on my life, they're in my story. And it's because I struggle coming up with original characters. But I realize the people in my life are characters that I could have fun with, take creative liberties with them. One of the biggest things I've got as an author was I got permission from Cade Siddell and Big Country. I used them in book 2. And I got the fantasy book of match between the 2 of them in my books. And it was perfect in my opinion.
Right. And just so we all know, tell us who the main character is made after.
His name is Alexander Graham Ruler, and he's based on me, the me I wanted to be when I grew up.
I love it. And the you that you wanted to be when you grow up was kind of a bad, I can't say the second word because we're PG, but
he was a bad mamma jamma.
Yeah, bad mamma jamma. There you go. That's a polite way of saying it. Yeah. So tell us how that came about. How and I love hearing this part of the story. Tell us how you got into writing books, man. I know the story, but some of the people that are coming on hashtag might not know it. So tell us how you came into writing and being an author.
So it started in high school. I took creative writing class for an Easy A. And one of the projects that was given to us was we had to choose a movie or book and take the characters that were originally in that movie and or book and put our own characters into it. So I took the Buford Puster story because I loved Walking Tall. I've seen all the original movies. multiple times. I took the Buford Pusser story, ripped his characters out, put my own characters into it.
Miss Amber said, "Hey, again, I've offered. I can do audiobooks for you. I got to read out loud anyway, so why not knock out two birds with one stone?" That is, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's when you know. They always say, Miss Amber, that it's not the man, it's the wife. It's the wife. You got to have the good wife behind you to make the man, and you're proving it right now.
The problem with that is every time she knows I'm recording her, she stops reading though.
Now, see, this is Miss Della. Miss Della is making a really good point right here. She said it also gives people an insight on who you are.
Right, it does.
There you go, bad mamma jamma. There you go.
That's a lot of things. One of the questions I was asked by a reporter did a front page section on me for the Shelby Star. Do you do a lot of people watching? No, I don't do a lot of people watching. The people that I put in my story, they impacted my life in some way, shape, or form. I know them well enough to base a character off of them.
There you go. I mean, you're not watching. You're just doing it with friends, man.
Right. Thank you, Miss Blue. I'm proud of how far I've came with this thing too. It took me. The original version of Hometown Justice was completed in 2007 for a creative writing project, and then it took on a life of its own, and it took me from 2007 to 2020 to get this book published because I had to keep taking so many rewrites and changing things, and I had so many bumps in the computer messing up. But now I'm at a good place. Right. I got a great computer. It works, does the job it needs to do.
There you go. There you go. And Miss Amber makes a good point right here. She said, if I record myself, it's different, dear. You know, if she's doing it for you know everybody to hear, she's not going to be the joker that she usually is. You know, she's going to do it professional. I believe you'd be a great reader for one of the books. I would love to see that. That would make me want to go buy it quicker than him reading it. I'm just saying. You know, he might put some of that tomfoolery in there that, you know, and try to change the voices as he's reading and doing all that.
I actually tried that, to be honest with you, with one of the first live readings I did. And the more I thought about it, I was like, you know, when I read certain characters in the book, I give them a certain distinct voice in my head, and the politically correct version of America now would say that I'm being racist if I did that with some of these characters, so I decided not to do it when I do live readings.
Come on, man. I'm almost done with that political correct stuff. You guys know me. If I don't like something, I am not ashamed to come out and say something. It's got me in trouble. It got me 3 death threats 4 months ago. Actually got death threats for the first time, and it kind of scared me. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of the reasons why I shut down. One of many, most being my health, but one of many was, I actually, and I have them recorded, and I have them up here on my screen, behind, of course, you know, all the stuff that we're doing on here. But I have everything recorded. So,
but
if anything were to happen to me or anything, you know what I mean?
The politically correct universe, it started with Hometown Justice Homecoming when it first released in June of 2020.
Right.
2 days. 2 days, I had 2 reviews on Amazon. One review, I'll accept it. I didn't take offense to it. The other review made me question whether I should continue writing because the character of Yoshimoto Kwando, he's an elderly Asian man, and he speaks very broken English. So I was called racist for portraying him as speaking broken English. And I'm like, it's based on Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi didn't speak perfect English either.
No, and they didn't consider him racist at all. So, you know, you're going to get haters no matter what. And you know, we've talked about this many times. You know, if you don't have any haters, you're not doing something right. So
exactly,
you're not. If you don't have a few people out there who disagree with you, you're not. You're either not reaching enough people, or you're not doing something right. That's just the way it goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so let me ask a few other questions. I know a lot of these are repeating from your podcast, but again, new people watching on #Truth and stuff like that. So you're going to answer probably the same questions over and over again, which is not a bad thing.
Scott, I don't mind you interviewing me, asking the same question because you asked the good questions.
So, you have more than one book series. Explain how that happened and where you're at in each one of your series.
Okay, so Hometown Justice Homecoming was originally just called Hometown Justice. It was one book till I started getting serious about publishing it. I signed a contract deal with Kindle Direct Publishing. They sent me to an editor, and I had just so many ideas crammed into the first book. The editor's like, "Hey, we need to take some of this out and separate it." Um, Initially, we came up with 3 books. I still had so much material that I divided into 3 distinct trilogies, and each part takes place at a different time in the story. Um, the Hometown Justice, the first trilogy, which consists of Hometown Justice, Homecoming, Rebellion, and Aftermath, is just the first chapter of Alex Ruler's story as an adult. And then,
So you didn't. So you didn't do the Star Wars thing where you went, in the future and then came back and did the like a lot of places do. They do like the chapters back here, then they come back and do the. I think it's called a prelude or whatever, where they come back and then they tell the beginning of the story.
Actually, I've never heard it quite put like that for me, but I did do a prequel to Hometown Justice. Prequel. It's called Tygapagon, and until just recently, it only had in the series. But I do plan on making it a trilogy too. Tygapagon, Enter the Tiger is the first one, and it acts.
Let me go ahead and put the picture up while you're talking, and go ahead, keep talking. I'm going to put the picture up and show everybody. If you go on Amazon, go look up his name, Alex Cloninger, right there on Amazon, and you will see the books. I'll show you the books here in a second. Again, I'm learning this app, guys, so it's gonna take me just a minute. Graphics, I can get there.
Tygapagon acts as a origin story for the 3 main characters, being Alex Ruler, Taekwondo, and Ian Manson. Enter the Tiger focuses on Alex's story. Then there's Taming the Dragon, which focuses on Ty, and there's going to be Calming the Ape, which focuses on Ken. I just finished Taming the Dragon because when I did the live reading on my podcast, I asked the audience, would you rather me read it in chronological order or in release date order? And majority rule said chronological order, so I didn't want to finish reading Tygapagon, jump into Hometown Justice, and then Tygapagon Part 2 come out, so it's ready to be read as soon as Tygapagon Part 1's finished.
There you go, man. I love that. I love that. Now, guys, if you're coming on and you're seeing #Truth, me and Alex are basically. I am learning this new app for my podcast. The first podcast will be Monday night with Luke Fury right here, 7 p.m. right here. You can find it in 3 different places. You can find it on my Facebook page. You can find it on my Rumble page if you got the Rumble app. And you can find it on YouTube. All 3 are #Truth Wrestling Podcast or hashtag. Yeah, if you put #Truth, you'll see my logo up there.
Don't adjust your TV screens. It is #Truth. There's nothing wrong with your monitor.
We are coming back. Yes. We are trying this out, and I'm not going to lie to you. My back's already straining. As you can see, I'm kind of shifting in my seat to get comfortable. So we probably won't be on for too much longer. But like I said, I did get that doctor call from my second doctor, and I will be going there soon. And hopefully we can get something that'll help me sit down for longer. My wife and the doctors got together, and we got me another walker to move around my house, because the other one that I have is like for outside for going places, so I can sit down in it. It's like the heavy duty, but it's wide because I'm a big guy. We got a smaller one so I can walk in the house, and I've been kind of exercising and walking more and trying to build up the muscles in my legs and back, like the doctor said. So I will be ready to go by Monday, hopefully, to spend a little bit more time sitting here. That's the main goal, folks. I want wrestlers, anybody who's involved in professional wrestling, whether you're a manager, a wrestler, a promoter,
a fan.
Well, I have fans on every once in a while, but the fans get to do their thing when it comes to the chat room. I think we might have a few shows where we just throw fans on here, but I find that the fans mostly want to talk about WWE, and that's kind of not what hashtag is. Hashtag's about the indie scene. You know what I mean? When you get a lot
Right.
of fans, they want to throw in
Look,
WWE and AEW, and not that I don't like
WWE,
them. I'm not saying I don't like them. I don't want any hate emails or anything. I love AEW and WWE. I don't watch them as often as I should, but I'm just saying hashtag truth is to promote the indie wrestlers for the most part.
I get that WWE's kind of burnt their me because of the recent booking decisions they're making. It's not making no sense to me as a fan.
They've
Why
gotten
would
they've
they?
gotten rid of a lot of great people, man. And
Why would you let somebody go like Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods just let because you didn't want to pay them what they're worth?
yeah, well, it's WWE, brother. Give it a year, they'll be back. I'm
Or they'll be
telling you.
AEW.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of a rotating door between them two.
Yeah,
I've even heard, and if this happens, I will be watching WWE a lot. I've even heard that a certain tag team that me and my daughter loved when they were here. Uh, One of the guys' contracts is coming up at AEW, and Enzo Amore has already been cited at the NXT training facility. So if we get Big Hoss and Enzo Amore back, oh boy,
that means
oh
Amber's gonna have to pull out her leopard print again because she likes Enzo Amore too.
Oh man, Destiny will be doing the dance, the whole 9 yards, man. The whole entrance thing. That's one thing that's missing in professional wrestling today, Alex. And I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but what happened to the days when like Road Dogg used to do when he came out with his tag team partner, and you could go word for word with an intro, man. People need to learn how to do that nowadays, man. Because that got
Or
the
when
rock when he came out. You knew whatever city he was in when he lifted the mic up like this, and he went finally. You knew what was coming, and you could do it with them.
Goosebumps would go up his arm visibly on screen and go up everybody else's arms. Or when the glass shattered, you knew somebody was going to get two middle fingers shoved in their face and a stone cold stunner at the end of the night.
Somebody was getting stunned within a matter of a minute. I can tell you that.
Yes,
We all knew that. That was fun, man. It
and
was
this
fun
it's
days.
like even to the mid card guy in the '90s, the mid card guy, you heard "Hello, ladies," you knew Val Venus is about to strip his towel off.
Right, right. I mean, and I'm not saying today's wrestling is not as good. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, to me, a lot of the character. That was one thing that I did give credit to. McMahon back then. He knew how to bring characters, man. Unforgettable characters. Now, sometimes it wasn't his idea, but it was his company at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Vince knew characters would keep it going, and I think we're missing a lot of that in today's wrestling. I could even go into indies wrestling and talk about that for a little while. And again, I'm saying it as a fan. I don't want the hate mail. I don't want the anything else. I'm saying it as a fan, and if you disagree with me, that's fine. That's what hashtag truth is all about: having a conversation about the thing we love, which
Part.
is professional wrestling. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Bada boom. Realest guy in the room. How you doing? My favorite one's always been what we got here. A couple of
A
haters.
cup of haters.
That was always my favorite. Oh, Peter Pan in the house. Could this mean that Dom and Enzo will have a feud over Liz? Ooh. See, we got storylines going already, and they ain't even made it to the company yet. But that's what I'm talking about, and that's another thing. Ralph just brought up a good point without even trying to make a point. That we get Enzo and Big Guy back. I always forget his name, but
Big Cass.
Big Cass. I want to use their WWE name, Enzo and Big Cass. If we get them back, that's some things that us fans love to do. We love to project and say, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Couch bookers, as they call them, or as I'm called all the time, a big mark. That's what we are, and unfortunately, the people who call us marks don't understand that us marks are the ones that pay for the tickets and get them money on the other side. So there is that. But anyway,
speaking of that terminology, I was watching an episode of Dead Man Talking podcast, and the Undertaker's co-host, I can't remember his name,
right?
But he said he called somebody Mark, and Undertaker was like, "We don't use terminology. The only Mark around here is me, and you don't call me Mark."
That's right. That's right. You know what? I hate to say it, but I'm mad that he's doing that. I'm mad that I loved it that man kept kayfabe for over 20 years, man. I mean, total kayfabe. And then right after he retired, he broke it. It broke my heart, brother. I thought for sure we were going to have one true guy in professional wrestling to keep kayfabe throughout the whole thing. And he started doing the rounds.
I kind of understand why he did it from a business. I kind of understand why standpoint, because if he can carry in kayfabe, TKO would expect him to show up and do things he wasn't ready to do.
That's
my view on that.
Peter Pan said before Enzo left, him and Liz was moving furniture. Okay, well, hey, I've seen Enzo for quite a while, man. I'm a big fan of Enzo Amore. He's always been wrestling, though. He's always been on the wrestling scene, no matter what. I think you're saying he had some kind of move. I might be misreading this because I don't follow him that much. But if they were literally moving furniture or having a furniture company or whatever, that's kind of funny. But yeah, I love Enzo. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't about the wrestling with Enzo and Cass. It's never been about. It's just like The Rock. It was never about the wrestling. It was always just grab the mic and make me laugh, bro. Just grab the mic.
The difference between Enzo and Cass as a tag team, between Enzo and Cass as a tag team and Rock as a single superstar, they're both great on the mic, but The Rock had way more in-ring athleticism than Enzo and Cass did.
See, it went no.
Yeah.
Zach Scott, come on, man, get with the program here. I was trying to say it without saying it. All right, I got you, man. I got you. Yeah. No. Oh my goodness, y'all! I'm having a good time. I hope y'all are having a good time. Just remember, we are on here to check things out and for me to click on some stuff and get back in the saddle. I got my good friend over. I'm so not used to this mirror thing. It actually points the right way. Alex Bonner over here, the author. The author and the host of Carolina Nexus podcast is over here with me. Now, I'm going to tell y'all I've got a few people, like 2 or 3, that might come on here. Alex is one of them that, if I'm having a real bad night, I know I'm going to have a bad night before a wrestler comes on. Hashtag Truth ain't going to get canceled. I'm calling up one of my boys, and I'll be on for a little bit, and I'll drop off and go into the green room, and they can finish out the podcast for me, and they've been willing to do that. So, like I said, I am really trying my hardest. My goal right now is my first goal is 1,000 people on my Facebook page. 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I got 250. I'm not even close on YouTube. Rumble, I've just now started, so if I get 100 on there, I'll be happy. But I'm just trying to get the views up, and I want to go like I was going to do the last time we were on. I know I do a lot of the locals, and I love all the local wrestlers. Don't get me wrong, but I want to branch out also. And get wrestlers from out of North Carolina and South Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee. I want to go, California, Nevada. I want to, Wisconsin, my home state. I want to hit a lot. Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. Yeah. He said it went over your head, too. It did. It went
did go over my head
us.
because when Enzo left WWE, I wasn't even watching. That was during the time that Roman
No,
Reigns
no,
had
no,
the
no. I don't. Was that back when Enzo was still in?
the first year that Roman Reigns had the company in a chokehold. So I didn't follow Enzo like
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. I kind of watched it all the way through, not like, every Monday night and every Thursday night and, every Saturday night. And now, the one thing that I really can't stand about WWE, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about WWE, everything's behind a paywall, brother. A different paywall. If you want to watch Friday night, you got to pay for, whatever channel that's on. It's been through like 2 or 3 channels, I think. It might still be on USA. I think it is. But you got to pay for cable if
One
you
of them
want.
is I
Yeah, Monday Night Raw I know is on Netflix because I have Netflix. I love Netflix, so
I
I
just
have
go the
Netflix. So I watch
cheaper route.
Monday Night Raw.
I enjoy NXT, so I watch NXT on the CW app, which is free, or on Tubi
Yeah,
next day.
yeah. What I do for Monday Night Raw is I don't watch it during the live. I wait till it's over, and then I wait like 10, 15 minutes, and then I go back. That way you don't have to watch any of the commercials. It just goes straight through. Well, we're paying for the, no commercial thing. But if you watch it live, they show the commercials anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because Monday
Yeah.
Night Raw is all about those advertisements, boy. Oh man, thank you, Peter Pan, for participating with us, man. I appreciate this a lot. You have no idea. Do what you used to before. Have a couple of shows with a different state each week. Now, I was seriously considering bringing that back, like California week, Tennessee week. I know what you're saying. I love doing it that way. We had a referees week where we brought nothing but referees on. But like I said, I'm only going to be doing my shows once or twice a week because you guys can see right now I'm shifting in this chair bad. Today's about to come to an end here in a few minutes, but I'm going to give Alex the rest of the show right here to, again, promote his product, promote his books. Alex, tell everybody where to find all your books, how many you've got out there. Do your thing, man.
So you can find my books on Amazon. Type in my name, Charles Cloninger. They all show up. As of this recording, this live, I have a grand total of 8 books available, beginning with the prequel Ty Gapagon, Enter the Tiger. Then you got Hometown Justice Homecoming, Rebellion, and Aftermath. You got the Casey Elkins first book, The Idol. Then you got the Daywalker. And then I've
Right.
got digital only editions of The Mist for Casey Elkins and Hometown Justice Hostile, which is the 4th book in the Home Justice series. Um, the reason Hometown Justice Hostile is digital only is because I'm hosting a cover design contest on the Carolina Nexus podcast, and I'm allowing the fans to do their best to design a cover for it, and then I got a team of judges going to judge. Whoever enters, they'll get judged, and we'll let the winning one be the front cover. The winner will get an unedited copy of Hometown Justice Hostile with the Kindle Chosen front cover, which is just a green background, and then they'll get a signed copy of the first book with their cover on it, with a letter of authentication from me.
There you
Uh,
go, man. There you go.
Hometown, I
I
mean,
want to. I'm going to let you finish up, but I want to hit this last sponsor real quick before I forget because I
go right ahead.
almost forgot. So let's hit this last sponsor, and it's also a sponsor for this show right over here. So
Right.
you can do it either way. Go on his podcast or my podcast. W Energy, guys. You guys need to check out this energy drink. It is great. It tastes all the flavors I'm hearing because I haven't got my shipment in yet. But all the stuff I've been hearing is it tastes like Kool-Aid. It's really good. It doesn't give you the jitters. They even have non-jitter formulas. It's really good, guys. Tons and tons of
Me
great flavors.
personally, I like the California Dream Sickle. It tastes just like an orange Dream Sickle push up.
There you go. There you go. So there you go. And if you go to, if you hit that promo code right there and you go to their page, or you can go to w.gg, it take you right to their page, and use the promo code #truth after you buy your stuff. you'll get 20% off of your first order, guys. I would really appreciate that. It will help me out and help hashtag truth out a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and let you close out the show, Alex, because my back is hurting. I'm going to take myself completely out. And when you're done, you know how we end it here on hashtag truth, brothers. You got to say the line now.
Give us something to invest in.
No, that's not the line I end my shows with. Come on,
no,
brother.
You hit it, and that's the hashtag truth.
That's right. Now I'm gonna let you finish out what you were saying. Hit the line right there, and then we will see you guys Monday night at 7 o'clock. Go ahead, man.
All right, brother. So the contest is going to be, the last day to get your entry in is the 31st of this month. The judging will take place June 4th through the 5th, and then I'll have a winner decided before the next show of Carolina Nexus. I really appreciate Scott giving me this opportunity. He inspired the entirety of the Carolina Nexus podcast, so that's why he's the producer of my show. And when he gave me the opportunity to come here and talk, I decided I'd roll with it. Saturday night, 7 p.m., Carolina Nexus live reading. I missed Monday and Tuesday this week because graduation for my oldest son was all screwed up, and we were supposed to graduate Thursday, but we ended up graduating on Tuesday. So that's why there wasn't a show for Carolina Nexus this week. But it's going to happen Saturday and Sunday this week. I'm planning on moving my shows to those days, so we're gonna roll with it. I'm not a judge for the Carolina Nexus book cover contest because my daughter entered, and I didn't want people saying that I was biased toward her. So I got a team of judges going to be judging the contest, and that's the reason Hometown Justice Hostile is digital only at the moment. And Casey Elkins, The Mist, the reason she is digital only at the moment is one of my nieces has designed a cover for that one and asked me to use that cover, so I'm obliging her. That is all about that contest. If you guys are wanting to enter, email me your cover at the Carolina Nexus at gmail.com. That's where all of our entries are. So far, I have 10 entries. Looking forward to naming the winner. And I want to thank you guys for supporting Scott. Really great friend of mine. So I'm Alex Cloninger, and that's